For years, many people were discouraged from asking questions about Jeffrey Epstein and the influential figures connected to him. Any curiosity was often dismissed as baseless internet gossip. But after the release of new documents and messages, those long-ignored questions resurfaced. Suddenly, speculation intensified, especially as unexpected celebrity names began circulating online. Among the most shocking rumors were claims involving Ellen, which spread rapidly despite lacking courtroom proof. Investigators who reviewed Epstein's records described his inner circle as unusually close, communicating in strange ways and using language that seemed coded. Certain words, including pizza, pasta, and especially jerky, appeared repeatedly in emails. According to those who reviewed the material, these words did not appear to refer to food. Some lawmakers who said they saw unredacted files described the language as disturbing and difficult to interpret.
There was also a lot of language that appears to be coded regarding food. I wanted to let you know the crew really appreciated the pizza. Another email read, "This is better than a Chinese cookie, see attached. Let's go for pizza and grape soda again." This one talks about, yeah, that's the pizza. You mean radiating a soft glow with the look of bliss and excitement. There's one more, I think, in this list as well. Sorry, I have no stomach for even the slightest aggro. I don't have the stomach for it for any drama, imaginary or real. I'm still fragile off the last one and scared of shadows. This is in response to some videos that were shared where Jeffrey Epstein himself says, I watched all of these videos, don't send any more. And then Ghislaine is like, I can't stomach any of this. What the fuck did you send that Jeffrey Epstein was like, no more?
One public figure, Anna Paulina Luna, stated that the emails contained phrasing she believed involved coded references to minors. She said the usage of these terms felt abnormal and emphasized that jerky, in particular, did not read like a food item in context. Later, a forensic specialist speculated that the phrasing could be euphemistic, though no official conclusions were reached.
Earlier, referencing human meat, it could be for scientific research, could be something else that's even sicker. But there's more emails here talking about beef jerky. Have you had time to go through those? There's one here. Thank you so much. Super cool. IT guy setting up Surface right now. We are ridiculously excited. And beef jerky, delicious. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Thanksgiving. So yeah.
It is very. Now I've got all those emails saved. I'd actually had somebody send me all of those to say, hey, would you check this out? So I have them. I have not read through all of them, but there's no shortage of terms that are phrased in a peculiar way. Muffin is another one. I've seen that a couple of times. I talked about when he says whoops. That seems to be in very sometimes he says that in very odd terms that seem like they're referring to somebody dying or getting. So there definitely seem to be.
According to these claims, message after message mentioned jerky being kept in freezers, transported in insulated containers, rushed to destinations, and exchanged between Epstein and people close to him. The tone of the emails was described as casual and friendly, yet the logistical details raised alarms among online commentators. As speculation grew, prominent names were pulled into the conversation. One of the most talked about was Ellen DeGeneres, long known as a cheerful daytime television host. Online rumors alleged that her name appeared closer to Epstein's social circle than expected. Some viral posts went even further, making extreme and unverified claims, including an accusation that she facilitated introductions and helped maintain secrecy. None of these claims were proven, but their spread stunned many longtime viewers. Around the same time, some revisited past statements from Justin Bieber, who had previously spoken about feeling frightened and unsupported early in his career. At the time, his comments were largely dismissed. Years later, some interpreted them differently, believing he may have been expressing discomfort he couldn't fully explain.
Lauren, it was fun.
Yeah. I can't believe you got in that water.
It was so cold. It was like 50 degrees.
Look at you. So it's a beautiful video. So if you want to see the whole thing, it's gorgeous. Speaking of you in your underwear, let's talk about the paparazzi shot in Bora Bora.
Okay.
So you are obviously in a private bungalow.
Yeah.
And because usually we're all pretty good at spotting paparazzi. Yeah. They hide in boats and pretend to be fishermen, and we're like, you're paparazzi. I mean, we're pretty good at it. How did you not see that there was paparazzi there?
Well, I just didn't see them. I think I wasn't really looking out for them either, so.
Was there a boat, when you think back on it now, can you see where they may have been? Were they in a boat?
Yeah, they're definitely in a boat. Yeah.
And how quickly after that was shot did you realize that happened? Did that go on wire right away?
Yeah, it was pretty much like a couple days. It was like a couple days later, Scooter hit me. He was like, yo, I hate to tell you this, but your penis is on the internet. I was like, what? How does it? And so then the first thing I saw was like the censored one, and it had like the black thing over it, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, I don't know what this is gonna look like. And then it wasn't as like bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
It wasn't like terrible.
I'm no expert, but I heard that it was good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, what amazed me, though, is that got so much attention, and I was in the bungalow next to you, and when I saw it, I was shocked.
Yeah.
And I don't know how people didn't see. I was right there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
My hat! So there's a young woman in the background you can see in the bed.
Yeah, I know.
Is that your girlfriend?
No, it's not.
Just a girl that you were in Bora Bora with?
Yeah.
You just brought a friend to Bora Bora?
Yeah.
And you're just naked with your friend?
Why are you putting me on the spot like this? Gosh.
I mean, you can say, why can't you say you're dating somebody?
I'm not dating anyone, though.
She's just a friend?
She's just a friend.
Wow. I have friends, I've never seen them naked like that. And they don't bring me to Bora Bora.
Stop, you're making me blush, dude.
Others pointed to moments when fact-checking organizations quickly intervened whenever these topics surfaced. One frequently cited incident involved a young model named Gabriela Jimenez, who in 2009 reportedly became distressed outside a hotel, screaming that she had witnessed something horrific involving powerful individuals. The incident resurfaced online years later, fueling further speculation. Another clip repeatedly shared online features Chrissy Teigen, a longtime associate of Ellen DeGeneres. In the interview, Chrissy made comments about being open to consuming human flesh if consent were given. When questioned again, she did not retract the statement. At the time, most viewers interpreted it as dark humor.
Actually, nothing I wouldn't eat or wouldn't drink or wouldn't try.
If the person okayed it, I would eat a human.
If you were at a very fancy restaurant and they were like
A tiny piece of human meat.
No. I think the only way
you wouldn't try a tiny bite?
No.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Is that terrible?
Hollywood's reputation for edgy jokes led many to dismiss the remarks. However, following renewed attention on Epstein-related documents, some viewers questioned why such jokes were made at all. Online researchers also highlighted Chris's presence at high-profile celebrity events, including gatherings linked to figures like Diddy and political elites. Around the same time, discussions emerged about a rare neurological disease known as Kuru. Discovered among certain communities in Papua New Guinea, Kuru is caused by prions, misfolded proteins that damage the brain. Symptoms include tremors, speech impairment, and loss of coordination. When an old video circulated showing Epstein making unusual mouth movements, some internet users speculated about a connection. Medical professionals cautioned that diagnosing neurological conditions from short clips is not possible, but speculation continued.
I know I'm about to sound completely insane, but just hear me out. This pertains to the Epstein files, the Clintons, and cannibalism, and I feel completely fine and am totally okay. Alright, let's do this. How do we know if someone is a cannibal? Well, they could have the Kuru disease, which is a fatal neurodegenerative disease that spreads through eating brain tissue. It has a long incubation period, 10 to 30 years. Early symptoms are headaches, coordination issues, anxiety, and inappropriate laughter. Middle stage, severe tremors and shaking, loss of balance and slurred speech. Late stage, inability to walk, dementia, and the forever sleep. Do you know of any elites rumored to have consumed human flesh? But I'm not accusing anyone of anything, this is just a fun little joke video. With truth in the mix, in Papua New Guinea they call human long pig. We just love to have fun here. No, the Kuru disease has nothing to do with the Epstein files or anyone in them. Definitely not the Clintons. And I feel fantastic, so yeah, have a good day. Okay, thanks.
Supporters of these theories often argue that powerful individuals tend to withdraw from public life under the guise of health concerns. They claim sudden disappearances raise questions. On one side, there are verified crimes connected directly to Epstein and proven in court. On the other, there exists a flood of online theories, viral videos, and unproven allegations. Caught in the middle are well-known figures from entertainment and politics whose past associations are now being re-examined. In August 2025, new claims emerged 5 years after the workplace controversy that ended the Ellen DeGeneres show. A former cameraman told the Daily Mail that the environment on set felt tense and uncomfortable. He alleged that Ellen treated male staff poorly and said the show cycled through multiple male employees, claiming there were 9 different stage managers in one season. He said staff believed she disliked men. He also described what co-workers called the Ellen gaze, explaining that when she was angry, her eyes narrowed and her facial expression hardened. He compared it to a ruler deciding someone's fate. He added that her wife, Portia de Rossi, was kind to staff, but alleged that Ellen became upset if male employees interacted too comfortably with her. According to him, staff tried to avoid being seated near Portia at events to prevent issues. Around the same time, reports surfaced that Ellen and Portia had quietly relocated outside the United States after Donald Trump's election victory. Some outlets framed the move as political, but online speculation suggested other motives. Elon Musk reacted online to a post implying the move might be related to Ellen's past social ties with Diddy, who was facing serious legal trouble. Ellen had previously acknowledged invitations to Diddy's parties.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then No, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them. I'll listen to the music.
2020, scrutiny surrounding Ellen was no longer limited to online speculation. That summer, 36 former employees of the Ellen DeGeneres show spoke publicly about what they described as a toxic workplace. Allegations included harassment, inappropriate conduct, and misconduct by 3 executive producers. BuzzFeed News published an extensive report, which led to widespread media attention. NPR later obtained a memo Ellen sent to staff in which she apologized.
Welcome to season 18 of the Ellen DeGeneres Show.
A new chapter. That's what Ellen promised today as she returned to her studio and spoke out for the first time about the controversy swirling around her.
This summer, there were allegations of a toxic work environment at our show, and then there was an investigation. I learned that things happened here that never should have happened.
She apologized and promised to do better.
The truth is, I am that person that you see on TV. I am also a lot of other things. Sometimes I get sad, I get mad, I get anxious, I get frustrated, I get impatient, and I am working on all of that. I am a work in progress. And if I've ever let someone down, if I've ever hurt their feelings, I am so sorry for that.
But one former Ellen producer isn't buying it. Hedda Muscat worked on The Ellen Show back in 2003.
Phony, liar, hypocrite. That's my reaction. She's known about this for 17 years. She's created this culture. I was there from day one. We were all petrified of her. She was not nice.
Several employees said the core problem was the workplace culture. They claimed there was no safe or confidential system for reporting issues and alleged that senior staff discouraged complaints. Warner Brothers, the studio behind the show, launched an internal investigation. Executive producers were dismissed, and public statements followed. Online critics, however, questioned why action took so long. Around this time, Ellen faced additional criticism. In June 2025, comedian Margaret Cho said on a podcast that Ellen had behaved like a mean girl behind the scenes. Cho said they had known each other since their stand-up days, but claimed Ellen treated her like a stranger when she appeared on the show.
Video clip is a short one, just 3 seconds long. It's part of the Epstein files, and it shows the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein being shown the Louvre by Jack Lang. The 86-year-old former culture minister knew Epstein for years and used his car and his plane. Lang told French media that he'd met Epstein through Woody Allen and would have cut off all contact had he known that he was at the heart of a criminal network. But Lang's family ties to Epstein go beyond casual acquaintances. The French investigative site Mediapart revealed that Epstein opened an offshore account in the U.S. Virgin Islands in 2016, and half of the shares were owned by Caroline Lang, the former minister's daughter. Her name is also in Epstein's will, signed 2 days just before his death in prison. He promised her $5 million. Caroline Lang has also responded to the site, saying the offshore account was meant for art investments, but she was never paid by Epstein or invested financially in it. Mediapart also said that Lang did not declare the St. Thomas account to the French tax authority. Lang has since resigned from her new post as the head of a film producers group.
What, Ellen?
Ellen was like really weird and not nice to me for most of my career, and like because I opened for her in the 1980s.
Oh, you did?
When she was a headliner in comedy clubs, and not way before her big fame.
Uh-huh.
And so then when I would do her talk show in the 2000s, she acted like we just met, and I'm like, what?
One of those types.
I'm like, what? Like, that's weird. Like,
right.
It's like, we go way back. What? Like, it's so creepy and weird. But, also, the other thing was David Bowie had been on the show, and he was so excited that the night before that I had come to his show wearing this giant Chinese emperor outfit. He was really thrilled about it, and he talked at length about it. And she cut it out of the show, which made me so mad. And the producer, who's a really good friend of mine, had to call me and tell me, I can't believe she did this, but she cut it out of the show. But you need to know that he was going on and on about your outfit. He loves you. God said your name.
Is so petty.
Which is so rude.
That is so gross.
I don't know if it was personal. Maybe it was for time.
Right.
But still, I'm going to take it personally just because I decided to.
You should have sent her a note and said, send me the footage. I'll post it to my YouTube.
I know it exists somewhere.
Ultimately, the truth appears to lie somewhere between verified facts, personal grievances, viral speculation, and the experiences of those who say they were harmed. Confirmed crimes exist, but many allegations remain unproven. The question remains, where does reality end and rumor begin? That's something viewers are left to decide for themselves.